Shenanigans, can you
media
not
team.
put none of this up, guy? We just having a conversation.
Nigga,
This
you
is
don't
personal.
control my media team. Talk to me, nigga. What you talking about, nigga? Clubhouse shenanigans on deck, nigga. You crazy?
And Clubhouse shenanigans, Clubhouse shenanigans is in the. Hold on, one mic. Clubhouse shenanigans is in the room, so this is going on YouTube. Man.
So
Wait, what?
I told
In this motherfucker.
What up, Act?
What up, Act? First of all, I want to say I appreciate you, Act, for even telling Mustard to send Kendrick that beat. Without you directed Mustard to send Kendrick Lamar that beat, we would have never got this hit.
wait.
What
the fuck I do?
appreciate
What
that.
do you mean, bro? You the one told Mustard to send Kendrick the beat, not like us beat.
Hell nah.
What are you talking about? You the one. Act, what's going on?
Man,
I
what
see
is
you
going-
finally woke up too, because I've been saying for a while that pre-Drake what the numbers was.
Yo, first and foremost, I just want to say what up to everybody in Clubhouse. Yo, Wack, I owed you about like 2 or 3 appearances on Clubhouse, so I'm glad I'm on here now. But yeah, nah, man. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I didn't even think that Kendrick was gonna be in that bag, man. I thought Kendrick was just gonna rap us to sleep, man. I seen Euphoria was like 9 minutes. I'm like, yes, good. He think he gained. That's what I'm thinking.
What did I tell you, Act? I said, Act, Drake is up right now to me, but Kendrick gonna out-rap the nigga. I told you that. I said, right now.
Yeah, but
And
hold on, though. Listen, we all know, to me, you know, one of my favorite artists, you manage him, like, the game, when it comes to, like, battling, he one of them guys, right? But
Yeah.
he's one of them guys who's relentless. He gonna drop 15,000 bars this and third. So when I heard Euphoria, I'm like, all right, so Kendrick is gonna go to, I'ma just rap. Drake about to just kind of, you know what I mean? He's just kind of gonna take the hits and he gonna hit him with the back-to-back. We all know that's the exit strategy with Drake all the time. So I don't think that Kendrick gonna beat him to his own punch. Like, that's his own special move. You know what I mean? So if it was just all rapping, I imagine Kendrick was gonna make a lot of points. I did say though, with Kendrick, I said, I think I blamed this whole battle on Meek Mill. He fucked it up. I think he was such an easy win that he conditioned Drake to think that every artist was stupid. Every artist you could just, you know what I mean, rope a dope and kind of just hit him over the head with the hit and just kind of like clown him out on social media. And I think we realized, I mean, Pusha T was definitely a formidable opponent, but Kendrick was a whole nother level in terms of he's a strategist and a cerebral assassin. You got to give him that. So, you know, I blame all this on Meek Mill, man. If that nigga was that damn stupid.
What day did Rick Ross get rushed up in Canada? I'm trying to find his content. What day was that?
I think Canada Day was like the 3rd, so maybe the 2nd.
The 2nd? Nah, that was June, wasn't it? That was July?
I don't know. Hold on. It's the day before Canada Day, because, you know, Drake was like pretty much celebrating the day after.
Yeah, what date?
I'm trying to figure out when it's Canada Day right now. Yeah, no, it's the 30th. It's the 30th. June 30th.
Oh, here we go. I got the content. Who we got in here with audio? Bang?
Yeah, we got Bang
Yeah,
here.
we bang.
All right. Bang. All right. This is the content. I waited. You know, I'm biased sometimes. So fuck it. Act on the flow. We gonna play the content for the first time. I've been holding this shit for 5-6 days. This is the dude that put the drums on Ross.
Wait, you got the dude with the audio?
You know, I've been at the audio.
Yo, Wack. Hey, sometimes I'm impressed by you because I'm like, there's certain times where I'm like, yo, I'm like the biggest media personality in the world, and even I can't get certain shit. And then you be like, y'all got it. I'm like, how the fuck?
I've been on the audio. Bang. Let us know when you got that queued up. So we gonna listen. We on the 100 side of Sleepers in LA. I got my brother, you know, the only guy I like going out to places with because his cranium is bigger than mine. You know what I'm saying? I got a big head, but when I'm with Act, my shit is average size.
Wait.
You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless,
That's
by the way,
fact.
no, we gotta change that. We gotta
Act,
change
your
that.
head bigger than mine, Act.
No. Used to be. First of all, I've been losing
What do
some
you
weight.
mean?
I
Your
seen you
head
on no
shrunk?
jumper recently. I seen you on no jumper. Your head is getting bigger.
Your
Something
head
going on.
shrunk? Nah,
Yeah.
fuck all that.
I really think I think your queen R&B is, you know what I mean, chefing up a little bit too many meals for you, man. Your head
Yeah,
keeps
I know.
getting bigger.
She did. I'm on water
Too many
diets and shit now. I gotta get right. I think she trying to line me up that only she want me. I can't let her do that. And she run around this motherfucker looking like she's a freshman in college around this motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? But we in here with Akademiks, none other, DJ Akademiks, the motherfucking infamous, the only one like him. Yo, Wack, you know, a couple months ago, few of these people thought they was trying to take you down, Ack. I told them you can't take Ack down. It ain't gonna happen. You can't beat Ack with a lie. And the motherfucker's extremely smart. He only showed about half of what he is, because half the time he up there clowning. Now, if you really want to see Act, go back to when he ran that shit on Rest in Peace Takeoff. Now, see, that's the Act in his bag, right? You was in your bag that day.
Yeah.
But then we saw the hater Act. You hated a little bit on Kendrick Act.
You think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you was
Hold on. Listen.
The world did Act. 25 million views. Look, no, 30 million views in 2 days, and everybody didn't say nothing about it on that video, Act. If that would have been vice versa, motherfuckers would have been celebrating. All the blogs would have been reporting it. They would have been breaking down slide by slide what he put in it, what he didn't put in it. Everybody seen the owl content. Putting the owl in check, beating Wolverines with the pinata. Then they seen him put the owl in Kendrick's hand. The owl was humble and calm, wasn't trying to get away. And the next thing you know, Kendrick places the owl in the cage. Nobody reported on that Act, not even you.
Well, I didn't do as well. I mean, I posted some stuff to Instagram. I did a whole deep dive breakdown on like my live stream. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I really ever hate on Kendrick. Y'all could present the facts later or after this, but I do believe that, you know, pretty much this is like post battle at this point. You know, this is a victory lap seemingly for him. I do have to say I do respect him way more. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's like this infamous clip where I forgot what record he was just like, I'm smoking on your top 5, and I thought he was taking shots at Drake then, and I'm like, yo, who this nigga talking about? You better be specific, because my top 5 is Drake. I don't know what.
Let me ask you a question. They've been asking me this. Couple months ago, about a month ago, I said one thing. Now I'm saying another. Right now, what do you think Drake's next move should be? A month ago, I said he should grab an artist, start working with him in the studio, let that be seen, because the only place an artist could go on the side of Drake is up, even if it's moving slower than usual, right? And then I would, fourth quarter, I would probably drop something for the ladies or do some crossover Latin or so on and so forth. I would stay away from thinking I'm putting out something to come back and Kendrick. But now that Sexy Red didn't drop and the numbers wasn't so good, right? I don't know if he like kind of missed that opportunity to use that as, you know, the threshold. So what do you think, you know, Drake should do right now? I think completely falling back, going quiet for a year is no. That's not the way to go. But what you think?
And already already too.
All right, what you think?
I say 2 months. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think the record, you know, you have to remember, was it maybe early May? Maybe early May, the whole thing with Not Like Us was dropped, right? Maybe like May 4th or whatever. I didn't think the record was gonna still be peaking at this point. I think it might have been dying down a bit. We all know how records go, even if a record hit #1, depending on how the life of it, and also it's a summer. Like artists, like Wack, you know, artists is in the studio. February, they're meeting up with their labels. They're like, yo, we're trying to get the song of the summer. People outside, we want to shit for the parties, this and third. I thought it would probably be eclipsed by another song. And me personally, you can't fight the internet. So when the internet is saying, nigga, you lost, or they're having a moment celebrating, quote unquote, you losing, you just can't fight it. I think Drake might have a smash in the tuck, but dropping it right now, it just ain't gonna work. So you gotta wait it out. So I had thought around now, man, this shit gonna be like dying down. That's not happening. Not right now. So I think you gotta wait 2 more months. I was saying So back in May, I was saying July. Now I'm saying come September. He can't wait a year. Definitely not a year. Drake's not an artist.
We can't do that.
I also looked at it today. Drake only got one song on the Billboard Hot 100. I don't know when that's the last time, and it's only the song with him and Sexy Red. You know, he don't have no other song, and Kendrick still got 2, which is obviously not like us in Euphoria. So you know, he's been kind of quiet, but he gotta wait this shit out, man. Now this is my this.
You don't think he should make any other business moves that maybe has nothing to do with music, but just be impactful? You know what I mean? With the entertainment industry, I think he need to do something, bro. Something. I don't know.
I think only music can save him. So this is what I believe he should do, and I think Kendrick did an amazing job of trying to put him in a box. Literally, how like you see, put the owl in the stage or whatever, but also try to. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that's why I say Kendrick is a smart nigga. Like, when he started out by saying his superpowers been neutralized, there's a few things that Drake usually do really well. He always do these things really well that Kendrick called out so crazy that as soon as Drake does it, people gonna be like, here you go again. Like, for example, I think right now, the masses want to shit on something he got going on. I don't think he should come with a solo song. I think he should do a couple features. I think he should do a couple features leading up to him dropping that song. He gotta get people back on his side, forgetting about the beef. Now, unfortunately, I know Kendrick's like, you run to Atlanta and all that shit, whatever. I don't care where the hot song is coming from. Like I normally do, he got a good ear for music. Go link with this artist, killer remix.
But stop right there. I don't think Drake should stop moving around these people he moved with in Atlanta, because then it's gonna look like what Kendrick was saying was the truth. You letting them control the narrative. If he goes to a whole nother whatever and don't fuck with none of them people in Atlanta that he usually fucks with, it's gonna look crazy.
Nah, I agree with you. And by the way, so he dropped the Sexy Red record. Like, yeah, that's a record with Sexy Red, but he also dropped a record. He dropped 2 records with the Camila Cabello girl. Now, here's the thing that people are waiting to hear from Drake. Like, he try to do the Jamaican stuff. I always like when he do the little but people want to see him talk shit again. Like, how does the shit talking from Drake look and sound?
Yeah.
The record, if he come back, if he don't know how he does that without people like getting told like that. Sometimes it's hard to talk shit, so I'm waiting for that record. I think he should leave Kendrick alone a little bit. He gonna sub him later. You know what I mean? Like, Drake be forever. He petty as fuck. But right now, you just need that record where you talking shit. I'm still the best. I'm still the biggest. You know what I mean? And it got to be a smash. It got to be a smash. And also, he got to get back up in them clubs. He got to get back up in them clubs. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that shit Kendrick was talking about with Colonizer. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga masterfully created a narrative that really had people thinking about Drake differently, even though
that's
we know
a
Drake
fact,
for 15
bro.
years. We know Drake for 15 years, and niggas is now thinking about, which I'm like, I didn't think that was possible, but he did a good job with that. But 2 months, wait 2 months, hop on a couple features. We know the features we want. Like, maybe him with Lil Baby or something like that. You know, obviously him and Future don't get along. Shit. I wish him and 21 would drop some shit.
My boy DJ Head, he seems to think that everybody just hates on the West Coast. This is why whenever we do something that should be rated 100, they give us a 30. What you feel about that, Act?
Nah, man, nobody hates on the West. Yo, I'm gonna be honest.
I'm saying though, bro, if this would have been the other way, this should be like some other shit. It is kind of like, the only people celebrating is the West Coast.
Nah, there's a lot of people from a lot of cities that's just happy that they're happy that Drake is losing, You know what I mean? It's like the Floyd Mayweather effect. So like if a nigga been winning for too long, you want him to kind of lose. I'll say this about the West Coast though. The West Coast do be like, first of all, I do think the West Coast, I mean, there's not an East Coast unity. Like niggas be jacking New York, Philly. I mean, shit, even, niggas from Connecticut ain't gonna even try to jack like they're from New York. Like people jack their individual cities or like precincts or whatever. Like a nigga would be from Compton, Long Beach, and collectively it's West Coast. You get what I'm saying? It's different over here. We don't kind of look at it like that. And I think that's kind of the strength of the West, but also it hurts the West because I think a lot of artists in the West, that's why I'm like, I look at the West and I'm like, every time I'm ever going to Cali, I hear some artists and I'm like, who the hell listens to this person? And then I realize this person's super popping on the West. But a lot of things in the West only stay in the West, I think because of that mentality. Like somebody, like if you're from New York, like obviously you want to get the city if you're popping in Brooklyn. But automatically after that, you start thinking about, I want to be able to go to Atlanta with this. I want to be able to go to Miami with this. I think a lot of shit that's West Coast, that stays West Coast, which I think kind of hurts the overall product because, like, and you probably got mad West Coast people here. I ain't even trying to offend y'all. Like, people really looking at this to be like, even when the Pop Out show, they're like, the majority of hip hop fans is like, who the hell is half of these niggas? Before we get to Mustard Set,
that's
what I mean?
Real.
And
no, that's real.
And
but
again,
you know why?
Yeah.
I think it always, for some reason, for the last decade and a half or better, right? We watch YG do it. We see Mozzie attempting to do it. The West Coast underground artists have to cross over through the South before the East Coast even recognize them. YG, until that nigga went over there with Jeezy and that my nigga shit, all that shit dropped, YG was wet. We knew who he was over here, but nobody knew where he was elsewhere. It's the last artist that went west, east, back west was Game. Everybody else seemed to tap in with the South. G-Eazy, Lil Wayne, G-Eazy's Bay Area. That was a Lil Wayne. That's South, right? YG was South, right? Game went west, east, and then back west, right?
What about Roddy? Like, I ain't gonna lie,
Roddy went south. Roddy went down there with Thug. Thug was gonna speak on it, but he ended up caught up. If you pay attention to Roddy's sound pre-Thug versus when he went down there to Atlanta with Thug for them 2-3 weeks, he came back with some Thug in his harmony. Mm-hmm. Thug even told me, he said, yo, Wack, the nigga took one of my whole joints. I ain't gonna say nothing and just reconfigured it, but that's my shit. The nigga stole my sauce. So even Roddy, cause thinking Roddy was the Nipsey little thing, and then, he was running around here because that's the Blueface era, right? And he went, south, got that and came back. Me personally, Blueface kicked off on the west and it went, and I crossed him over. I used the Cardi B thing to just add more to it, but he probably the only artist in the last decade that just went off some West Coast shit.
Hey, another thing I also thought about too, right? And this is the difference between the West and the East, right? So you have like a bunch of rappers in the East, like say New York, right? Whether they do drill music or whatever. A lot of times they can't even perform in their own city because of a lot of things. You got hip hop police on them, this and third. So really, they might have a buzz online, but they have to go down south or they have to go to the Midwest or the West just to really get something going on. Because a lot of the time they don't have an ecosystem in place, that they're just doing a circuit in New York and just getting paid. I think in Cali, from what I've realized, a lot of the artists, they have a circuit there. They don't really have to leave. Like, yeah, if you cross over, that's great. But they could kind of have like a circuit of, you know what I mean? You perform here, and that's the difference. So like, you know what I mean? Like, for example, think about Philly, right? Like, you cool with Willie. Yeah, it's cool if you're, they used to have a bunch of artists, they'd be like, they're the second hottest in Philly to like Meek Mill. But they never really left out of that Philly ecosystem, and nobody kind of remembers them now, right? This is why you see what OT 7 Quanti is doing is great, because like his music, His music is loved down south. They love him in Detroit. They like his music is kind of moving around. So I think that's the difference with the West and the East. And also, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Like when it comes to West, man, half the time we just don't even we don't even understand y'all, man. I'm gonna just keep it 100, bro. Like we listen to the music, but we're like we don't even get why it's even hot. Truth be told, because a lot of the music y'all make there is kind of rooted in a lot of other shit that we don't understand. Like I watched No Jumper. I had Adam. I interviewed Adam. I said, Adam, you know I like watching No Jumper. It's like a reality show. I said half the niggas you interview, I'm like, where did you find them? Now, I remember one guy. I think his name is Big Sad or something. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy.
Big Sad, yeah, Big Sad.
Now
I exposed him. He's a rat.
Oh,
yeah. I went and got his interrogation tape interview when he was telling. Yeah. He told on the homegirl husband. She in here somewhere. That's
For real?
Yeah. I exposed him. I got him on IG and told him he was a rat. He told me I didn't know what I was talking about. He said, go get the paperwork. I said, okay, I have it in 3 days. I already had it. So after 3 days, when he started talking big shit, I let a week go by. On the 10th day at midnight, I dropped a still shot of him in the interrogation room eating a burger at midnight. I let him live with that. At 8 in the morning, I let the whole video go. And there it went.
And I think that's the difference between and I don't even know how they don't hate the fuck out of you on the West because think about Florida and certain places. There's a lot of places. I'm not gonna say necessarily East Coast places. You know what I mean? I bring up say Boston Richie, right? And that's my guy too. But you could tell, man, when people were caring about Teller Diddy, you could tell most of the people from his neighborhood or people around where he was at that were at least public facing, they were like, yo, they were not even trying to deal with that because they just wanted somebody to make it.
They wanted somebody to make it out there.
Yeah, you're gonna expose the nigga no matter what. That's the problem with you.
You know, it's like 2-3 New Yorkers I haven't exposed.
For real?
That's up and coming hot that didn't sign the big artists as rats. Cause they called me and asked me not to expose them. I'll tell you about them, Mac, just in case you gotta keep them in check. Yeah, for real, one big one out of New York. Young Rod is supposed to be all that straight rat. But listen, at the end of the day, it's a few things we want to talk about. Rick Ross, we seen him clowning as if nothing happened, like it was no big deal. But 3 of his mans was over here stretched out. So you can't do too much clowning. So I got the exclusive, right? Willie the Protector. This is the man. I believe Drake got a lot of this credit, but it's really my man's team out there. He didn't send him. It started behind the song, but in all actuality, my other man been having an issue with Ross. He was on the bill that day, wasn't tripping, but one thing led to another. Audio. This is the first time anybody heard this audio. I say this for when Wack was on the floor. Let's let it rip. This Wack 100. And talking to the guy, his name is Willie the Protector with an ER, not an OR on Instagram. This the guy that approached Rick Ross, asked him to turn the song off, the Kendrick song off. He refused, and he's going to tell you how it went. Let's listen to the exclusive on the 100 side of Clubhouse and Sleepless in L.A.
I understood that, nigga. But I didn't know Drake had a squad like that. But I think that shit that got so big, niggas them niggas in Cali and Compton in the States doing what they doing. There ain't no way we're gonna let that happen, because that's what they been throwing on the internet, that the nigga played the Kendrick Lamar diss song, and I guess y'all confronted him.
Well, I can tell you exactly what happened, man.
All right.
Basically, he did that, but he didn't do that right away. He was on stage talking about all the money he got, how he flew in on a jet and all that nonsense stuff, and he played all the songs that him and Drake had to hit there. And then after he was getting ready to leave off the stage, and not only that, he had a problem with Mercury as well.
That's the homie. Mercury's the homie. I met him through DJ K. Slate.
Yes, sir. So, as he was getting off the stage, he decided to start playing Kendrick Lamar after the show is over with a smirk. So he get off stage, Merc is standing there, so I'm standing right there beside him. And they're like, yo, come on, man, you know you shouldn't do that, man. That's not cool. That's being disrespectful. So he ain't saying that. So I told him, I say, man, just change the song, man. Just tell the DJ to play a different song, man. That's all, so it don't be nothing. So I guess he apparently looked at me like, who are you? I mean, I ain't listening to you. The song gonna play. I say, all right, man, keep doing, man. Just change the song. So he say, nope, the song gonna play. And there you go.
You got off on it. Did he fight back? Did he fight back?
No, sir, not at all. No, his security, his bodyguard, which is like twice my size, he decided to grab me after, you know what I mean, one guy was reaching over me to try to take a picture, but he kept knocking his hand out of the So I decided to say, you know what, come on, man, just relax yourself, man. So then he kind of swiped my hand, but then I put my hand back on him because I wanted to know where he was at. A little trick that I did.
Yeah.
So when the guy swung on him at the end, behind me, then that's when he decided to grab me. And when his security grabbed me, then that's just really got it all going.
So was that his DJ? It looked like his DJ was stretched out. Who was that stretched out? I seen somebody stretched out.
Oh man, yeah. They every one of them was stretched out. Even the point you see, because when I started with him, when he was grabbing me, then I dropped him. Once he hit the ground, because I caught him with the overhand right.
Security or the DJ?
The security. That was first. So once I caught him with the overhand right, that's when my guys started just like pounding. Then he got up, and it got crazy. Now the DJ, he just, oh my God, he didn't just go to sleep. He just really was out. Just, I don't know where he was on the. I don't know. He was just totally out.
What was Rick Ross doing all this time?
Watching and trying to get out there. Yeah.
The nigga was fighting back, hiding what he was doing.
Nah, he wasn't fighting back. He was just looking. And he grabbed the bottle at the end. But he tried to make his way out the gate. That's all he wanted to do.
What?
So there's a video too. You'll see him running out of the gate.
So the police got him out of there. How he eventually get to safety?
Nah. Security ended up getting him out of there. Yeah, security got him out of there. Police never showed up.
Police never showed up. Yeah, well, shit. He rolled the dice. It looked like Drake still got love in his motherfucking country.
Well, it's two things that happened. Because he had that little thing, a lot of people love Mercury's over here. I love Merc. Now, Merc and Drake run in the same circle.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Obviously, you know there's a lot more to the story before it's in that circle. So, yes, sir.
Gotcha. Yo, so Drake didn't even have to call no dogs. It was just what it was.
They got so many different stories. They got so many different stories going on, man. They saying it was Drake OVO. You want to say, it was Merc Mob. They didn't want to say it with the fans, so they don't really know what's going on.
So what the thing? Well, who y'all represent? It was just what it was.
Say it again.
I mean, well, who you represent? It was just like a straight respect thing, and you ride with Drake Merc. No, I was hired to work with Merc. Alright, yeah, you was the Steve. This was the one driving us, right?
Yes, sir.
My man.
He took us like to the bodega shit.
Nah, we went to the funeral too.
We went to the funeral. We went to the dude, the president for the Bodega Association died, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep.
We went to the church and then we went to the funeral over there.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Were you coming back down?
We went to the restaurant.
Yeah, we went to the restaurant. When you coming back down? You coming back to the States or what?
Man, that's what Steve called you for. I'm trying to get up out of here now. I got a flight in a few hours. That's what I'm trying to.
All right, well,
yeah.
Get on that
Wack.
flight.
I told him you will connect and make sure if you got a problem, hit Wack line.
No, give me my number. We'll get him out of there. Ain't no problem. All right, love, bro. What's your name? What that is, Big Wheel? What he called it? I'm trying to remember. What's your name, bro?
It's Will, but on the Instagram is Willie the Protector.
Will is a protector? All right.
Yes,
I'm going to follow that
WILLIE. WILLIE Protector. And Protector is spelled with ER.
Willie the Protector. All right. You the one to get off first, confronted the nigga Rick Ross, whooped us the kid. Well, get on back, man. We're going to put it together. Come on back.
Yeah. We definitely talk, man, once I get back.
All right, come on
there's
back.
a lot more stuff. You know what I mean? I'll touch bases with Merck. You know what I mean? See what is what, and then you know what I mean, what I can really say and all that stuff. And then we go from
come
there.
on back. Let Merck know it's for me. He know who I am through Slate.
Okay, yes, sir. No, of course. Man, you watch the show all the time.
Yeah, there you go. Let's get back, man. Holla.
We were just on tour with Snoop all month.
Okay. Yeah, that's love. That's love.
Yeah. So I definitely, man, it's an honor to holler at you, Wack. And I'll definitely be talking back with you, man. I'm gonna let Steve control everything.
Let me know. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Act, you know when I tell you I got the content, Act.
Yeah, I know that. I know you.
So what I'm gonna do, Act, I'm gonna send you the raw and uncut. So you can do what you do with it later on. But that's what that was. That's the man himself.
Hey, so you know we talked about this on my stream, and I had disagreed with you. And I mean, you could probably tell me like because I guess I wanted like other people's opinion because I know we disagree about this. So I was saying, if I'm somewhere, right, and I got my people with me, y'all know that I might be into some shit, and some shit pop off. If I'm the one financing this whole thing and we moving to Canada on my jet and I'm the brand, again, it'd be different if we all go to a party. I don't want nobody to be like, yo, this is like some punk move. Like, we all go to a party and there's no brand involved, there's no nothing. We not making no money. All right, we get into it, we all get into it. Those are your homies, you can't do nothing, right? Like, you got to rock with your homies. However, when I'm the brand of the situation, I didn't have a problem with Rick Ross kind of falling back. Now, I didn't co-sign him.
But if Ross was you and carried himself like you carry yourself, you would be absolutely right. But the shit Ross talk, what he portrays to represent, is no way he's seeing his mans them get stressed out and he hide in the corner. You could do that, we would expect. J. Cole could do that, we would expect. Rick Ross, the biggest boss, the this, the that, the this, the that, this. Nah, bro. Nigga, you got to get up, you got to get in the fight.
Yeah, but he portrayed a boss mentality. The boss don't get his hands dirty like that.
Nah, but he doesn't portray the boss. He ain't got no table set around him to where we can say that's his right hand, that's his left hand, that's this, that. He claim he living the gangster life, the thug life. Right? That's what you claim you do. You get money, all right, cool. But you can't see your people because, bro, my people fuck with me the way they fuck with me because they know I'm going to go for them the way they going to go for me. Nigga, from this day forward, his DJ or none of them dudes will ever feel safe.
Now, Wack, I'm going to catch you in something. because I've heard you say this before. All right,
What?
I'm hearing your logic. You say if it's me, cool.
All day.
But if you a guy purporting that type of lifestyle, this and third, no way you got to get in the mix. Now, I'm using your own words, Wack.
Mm-hmm.
I remember one time you were speaking upon the brawl that happened in Vegas, and you said Tupac should have stayed his ass out of it. And Tupac was purporting the gangster shit. If we're going by your same logic, Tupac was right to jump in.
You're missing the point. Tupac never jumped in. Where he was wrong at is he initiated it.
Okay.
He initiated it. Now, you on the West Coast jungle. You got 20 niggas right here, decorated soldiers and warriors, and you got the boss. You got niggas fresh out the pen on parole, all that. Niggas really from Compton who this nigga done did something to their people. They know who he is. They understand what he is and what that is, and they know we just can't touch him and let him get away. And in this environment, Caesar's Palace and shit, where it's a million trillion cameras, we know Suge on joint suspension, 6, 7 other homies on high control parole. We can't do that right here. They can't kill the nigga right here and get away. So why even fuck with him? Because we know if we touch him and he get away, somebody gonna die. If not one of us, by the time we get back to LA and Compton, somebody gonna be dead on our side by some bullshit. Tupac went over there himself. When he went over there, he ran over there and kicked that off. He forced the draw of everybody to get involved in that.
All right, I get that.
Yeah, that's the difference. You notice Suge didn't go over there. You didn't see Suge the first one over there.
Let me ask you a question, though. Okay, let's say the same thing happened in another scenario. Okay, all right. Even though this is not like a gangster environment. Say something happened and Birdman is there. And you know, and all right, remember when Birdman go up to the Breakfast Club? He had a bunch of niggas with him. Rollo was
Yeah.
They shit had popped off, right? Shit now pops off. I don't expect Birdman to get involved. It's the reason why he brought 40 niggas.
Well, you missing the point. This is a situation that Birdman was in. He was in a winning situation, right? He wouldn't have been, his mans wouldn't have been taken. Now, let's just say Birdman would have went up there with 2 niggas or 1 nigga, and he take off on Charlemagne, right? And Envy jump up and help bro. And now Birdman's man getting his ass whooped. Birdman got to get out. You can't run out the building. No, nigga, what you mean?
Sure, he wasn't selective politicking with it because
hell no. You got to remember, we talking about a situation where your side is taking the L and you are the only one left with some strength, and maybe you can stop this nigga from getting his brain stomped out or this nigga from getting his ribs kicked out. Everybody's stretched out and they still going to work on your people. Do you sit in the corner and hide and do nothing, or do you run, or do you come try to help?
Now, I also look at it like this, though, man. You know, respectfully, I'm not saying Ross never had a gangster background. I guess he did. But, like, these
I don't think he has.
You say, yeah?
I don't think Ross never had a gangster background. It's his persona.
He rapped about it. He rapped. But now, I don't think that's really how he purported. Every time I see Ross now, I feel like I'm looking at a businessman who used to be a street nigga. Like, it's kind of like Jay-Z. Like, you don't look at Jay-Z when you see him now and be like, yo, that's a street nigga. You can't be like, oh yeah, he was in the streets, but right now he's a businessman.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think if Jay-Z is with 2 of his mans and they getting whooped out, I don't know, you think Jay-Z will run or he think he'll help him?
I think he'll run.
You know what? I think he would too.
No, you know what it is right now?
I think he would too. I ain't gonna front. I don't think Benny Siegel will run. I think Jay-Z will run.
Now, I like Ross, and I think that's why, like, I really fuck with Ross. And also his DJ's like my man. Like Sam Sneak, that's my man's right there.
So let me ask you a question. Yeah. If it's me and my team, and Game is there, and we stretched out getting well, you think Game gonna run or you think Game gonna help us fight?
Well, Game's like a different type of nigga. Like Game's a squabbler too. Like, so that's different. Like, we just haven't like Ross has talked that type of shit, but we ain't never seen Ross in those. You know what I mean?
But that's
like
what I'm saying. People believe what you say sometime, man.
At this
People
point,
believe
the
what you
people
say.
who getting it in, and the people who like the situations we've heard about with Ross is, you know what I mean? Usually, if it was a confrontation, he had people around him, or you know what I mean, it was just some other unfortunate situation. Like, remember, I don't even know who he was beefing with when his car had gotten shot up.
They hit his car like 12 times.
That's again, you know what I mean? Now the game, we've heard him beating up a nigga with a phone in his hand. We've heard him smacking the shit out of a nigga at a basketball game. You know what I mean? We've heard all types of shit, catching fades and more, all of that. Hey, you know what I mean? That's somebody who you expect something different from. Ross, I don't know.
So maybe we should, what is it? Maybe we should, on the side of certain artists, when it says explicit lyrics, maybe we should put fiction or non-fiction on the side of them. So people know, look, this is what they're saying, but they're nothing like this.
The only thing, and I'll even make a counterpoint to my own point, I think when they confronted Ross, like, you know, I'm not good at lip reading, but I heard enough what he was saying. He basically was saying, yeah, nigga, I'm here. And what? Like, I think people just thought Canada was pussy, right? I think that's what it is.
I think they wasn't tripping. And when they asked him to turn it off, he got cocky because I think he was trying to get his content. He wanted to go back with the footage of look what I did in Canada. And that got debunked because it turned into look what they did to you in Canada.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he would have carried it different because I was kind of, I thought he had more people with him, but even now I'm hearing that supposedly half of the people that was supposed to go to
couldn't get into Canada.
Couldn't go to get yeah, exactly. And he's talking shit to them niggas. He said, yeah, nigga, I'm here, and what? And I played it, and what? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not in home base, hometown, I'd probably, no matter where I'm at, you know what I mean? You could put me in the most peaceful, non-threatening place. I would imagine there might be some people who just feel offended, or there might be people who, there's somebody like that everywhere. That's what I'd be thinking.
He could have got in there, did his set, did everything, and got out. I don't think Drake or nobody else would on some Ross can't come to Canada. But when he played that song that had nothing to do with him, that he wasn't on, it was antagonizing the shit out of Canada.
Hey, by the way, I don't think people have realized everything he did wasn't only because he was in Canada. He's been playing Not Like Us. Like, half of it, Rick Ross's new set for the last like 2 months, half of his set is taunting Drake. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna play the songs with the white boy. He's like, y'all sing it, and he'll play Drake's part, and he'll rap his part. Because you gotta realize, he already has Drake. And then there's this whole thing where like half of his hits is with Drake. So like he's kind of playing off of it.
Now,
so
what you saying that, Act, do you think a lot of people being disloyal to Drake? If half this nigga hits is with Drake, why is he at Drake the way he is?
Man, hey, listen, I've been asking that question to everybody who I know is connected or who's worked with all these people. And I've been just kind of hearing the same question, the same answer. It's two main answers I keep hearing.
Female?
No. I mean, the female probably would be the third if we're going to extend it. But the first thing is, these niggas ain't friends. Like, they were never friends. These were all fake relationships that was transactional. And as soon as Drake didn't need them as much, phones stopped being answered, and there's no more we're chilling in the club. Like, that shit is over, right? Which could build resentment. Like, Wack, if
well, they needed Drake. If they called Drake to get on their record, they needed Drake, right?
See, that's the thing. So, I mean, if you think about Ross, his opinion supposedly is, yo, when you was only doing records with Wayne, nigga, we brought you to the hood. We kind of made it cool for you to start talking this shit like you, like you not one of us, but you cool enough to do it. You know what I mean? So at a point, Ross is thinking, nigga, you did need me. You did need me at a point, right? Now, he might have outgrew it, and then Ross needed him for a record. but it's about the respect in between, right? Like if I always ask you, if there's a young upcoming artist always asking you for a favor, Wack, right? You do pretty much 9 out of 10 favors for them. They didn't blow up to be the biggest artist. You ask them for one thing, or you try to get, yo, what's up? I need this, and all of a sudden they looking at you like, what the fuck? Like, nah, nigga, that don't fit my bill right now. You're gonna kind of feel resentful. So I hear that. I hear that happen a lot. I hear a lot of these artists. You know what I mean?
To a lot of fake friends.
Yes, a lot of fake friends. Then I'm gonna be honest with you. I have heard that there is business. There's a lot of business that, we won't hear about these things publicly because nobody gonna put their business on Front Street. Apparently, a lot of them felt like the respect wasn't reciprocated, or there was a lack of respect when it came to doing business with Drake on whatever terms, even if Drake gave them a song. You get what I mean? They felt like Drake was acting like he was bigger than the program, as you would say. So I hear a lot of that kind of, it starts souring people's opinions of you, and like, because I started even thinking about, I'm like, how come all these niggas now, like, supposed like
going at him,
or they couldn't wait for him to be in this position where it looks like he's down? You get what I'm saying?
He was going at him beforehand. Before Kendrick came out with this banger that stuck the nail in the coffin, we had who we have at. They was at him.
Yo, I since I'm on Clubhouse, I give an exclusive on here because I heard this story, and you see everybody popping up at the obviously the Kendrick pop-out show, but there's a lot of people there, right? And I'm like, are they there just because it's a West Coast moment, or maybe they got an issue with Drake, right? Now I can't speak for everybody, but I hear, like, for example, the relationship with Drake. And I didn't hear this from Drake, by the way, but I heard the relationship with Drake and Roddy, it was good at one point. Then it got a little funny. And I'm like, all right, so how'd that happen? From what I'm hearing, there was a song that leaked. There's a song that they were going to be on. Somehow it got leaked. I don't know how it got leaked. The song gets leaked. And, Roddy at that time, remember, this is after the box, he needed to come back and do his thing. He needed a record. Apparently looked like Drake must have not cleared it. Apparently gave him a reason, like, yo, man, that shit already leaked. Like, we gonna have to cook up some other shit. But now Roddy was banking on that record. The timing ain't matching up, this and third. Roddy might feel away. Now, I don't know if this is all the way true, but I've heard that, right? So when you think about that, where it's like, all right, cool. Think about it from an artist perspective.
The nigga was playing God.
Yeah, or think
if
about
the
it
artist wanted shit to come out, let his shit come out.
Yeah, or think about it from an artist perspective. All right, nigga, we're not all moving on your timeline. Like, if we're not doing favor for favor, because when I need you, I need you. You can't tell me when I'm gonna get that reciprocate type of love from you if I'm showing you love too. So, I think that might come with a little bit of resentment, and then I think that might boil into people saying maybe they don't hate him, but they might be like, man, I want that nigga to get humbled.
What about DeMar though? That shit was crazy. It's like a lot of people claim they was pro Drake. They went the other way on him, bro. Do you think it was a lot of fake love? It was, I don't know what you think it was, because you fucked me up with that post, bro.
No, listen, I'm going to tell you this, and I think this is why I'm going to throw it to you. That pop-out show was some shit that we've never seen before in hip-hop. I don't know we'll ever see it again. And I've been saying that wasn't really a, of course, Kendrick dissed Drake the entire time, but it showed how much people cared about where they were from. And I was Googling this as we went by. Like, I didn't even know why he mentioned DeRozan in Not Like Us. I didn't know the nigga was from
Compton. No, from Compton.
Yeah,
I didn't know. That's a fact.
Shit, when I seen Russell Westbrook, I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga doing here? I didn't know that nigga was from like Long Beach or something. I didn't know. So that's one thing I kind of realized. I'm like, I don't think that's the case in any other place. And that's why I say the West Coast is special in that, because I don't think DeMar is on some fuck Drake shit. Now, he could be, because here's the third part that, you mentioned. And it is one of those things. They say Drake do got that proclivity to go fuck a nigga's bitch. Like, he realized that's his girl you rocking with, he gonna try to hit it. You know what I mean? I don't know if some shit like that happened. I don't want to assume. But I'm gonna just
in Drake's defense, if a nigga can hit your bitch, that ain't your bitch.
Nah,
He really doing you a favor, Act.
No.
I know
agree
you
with
gonna
that.
feel some kind of way because you a little mush little teddy bear guy when it comes to your women.
Nah. Listen, this not even no tender dick shit. Listen, Wack, put it like this. I put it like this.
A nigga can hit your bitch, that ain't your bitch. He doing you a favor.
Well, it's not about the girl at that point, right? It's not about the girl. I think even with Future and Drake, that's supposedly the speculation that's part of it. But all right, let's put it like this: Wack, me and you, shit, we've done a lot together, right?
Yeah.
Cool. There's a mutual respect there. If I see your lady,
no, that's a disrespect. No, I'm with you with that.
Well, but you know how it goes in this game. Half of these niggas ain't claiming a girl, but they got a favorite girl. And
That's
really,
a fact.
it's kind of like they're looking at other niggas like, don't really, you know what I mean? So when they see people trying to get their sloppy seconds, after a while, especially, I showed up to the 100 show, when I showed up to your building, I had the girl with me. It's not my girl. She ain't my girl, right? And she just a joint I'm hitting. But then, you hit her up. You'd have never knew this person existed. All right, maybe one time be like, all right, yeah, Wack probably just looking at beautiful girls. The second time, like, I think Wack just saying, because this happens in the hood where a nigga be like, yo, if she fucking that nigga, she definitely fuck me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's definitely how it goes.
oh, you fucking that nigga? Nigga, I'm the most lit nigga in the rap game. Of course you don't fuck me. That becomes a little bit of disrespect. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get you saying if niggas got some type of relationship and we turn around and you at her like that, right? Yeah, you gonna take that some kind of way.
Yeah,
I feel you on that.
Hey, put it like this. This is just a thing for how I try to carry myself. Man, if I see a dude with a chick, I don't care. Even if he said, nah, this is just for the